Is America a Christian nation? People talk today about there's a wall of separation between church and state. We're a pluralistic and a secularist country. But what is the truth? Let's examine the evidence. Now, first of all, we have to get some definition. What do we mean by Christian nation? Now, if we mean by a Christian nation that every citizen is a Christian, no. Or that the nation was founded to establish a state religion, no. Or if we say that somehow everyone's required as a leader, they must be a Christian, no. All of those you move off the table. But here's the definition for a Christian nation. What is our foundation? In other words, what were we built upon? And America was built upon the foundation of the Hebrew Christian Bible. Also, what about this? We have to say, what is the source of our laws and those major documents for our founding as a nation? And once again, America's influence is that coming from the Bible. All right, let's examine the influence. 5 evidences. Number 1, consider this. Colonization and the charters. When America was founded, what is in the original charters? 8 of 13 cited Christianity right off the bat, and 4 other ones cited it in a general way. The Mayflower Compact, the Pilgrims came, and what did they state? You can see it. I've been there to Plymouth, Massachusetts. They said, we're here, this is why we undertake the journey, for the advancement of the Christian faith and the glory of God. Our Declaration of Independence, our Constitution, all make references. The Constitution says the year of our Lord, requiring Christian oaths, recognizing the Christian Sabbath. Also, our Declaration of Independence 4 times refers to God, talks of our Creator, talks about unalienable rights that don't come from a king, but they come from God, talks about a supreme judge. They're all reflected right there. So number 1, colonization and charters show our background is Christian. Number 2 is this, our laws reflect Christian influence. What was the worldview of those? Blackstone and Locke, and then those that wrote the laws. They were drawing from the Bible. You can do the study and you can find the references where the scriptures are quoted or individuals are quoted with a biblical worldview. Number 3, what about our institutions in society? Economics, education, our various institutions. Well, what is the influence that launched these? Once again, it was Christian. Our schools were founded to teach people to read the Bible. Our main universities train people to be ministers. Our schools were founded, when you think about it, and the textbooks used were the Bible and Christian influencing textbooks. Same thing with our economy and our economics, Christian based. How about this? Our founders. George Washington, Patrick Henry, John Quincy Adams, Samuel Adams, James Madison, Alexander Hamilton, John Jay, John Marshall. These are the founders and these are the influencers. These were very clearly committed Christian individuals. You say, well, what about Jefferson and Franklin? All right, well, they were oftentimes called deists, but also they had a biblical worldview because they recognized rights came from God, and they did not say it came from some kind of atheistic gobbledygook. So now we look at the Declaration of Independence, look at the Constitution, those that signed it. 53 out of 55 were Orthodox Christians. Who are we kidding when we talk about these things? How about this? The fruit in our culture. When you look at our society today, you see a balance of powers, you see a recognition of what? A rule of law. We see prosperity and blessing, reaching out for justice and the poor. What is this? It's all emanating from biblical influence and Christian influence. So anybody that says, well, there's a wall of separation, let's define it in closing. In 1801, some Christians, they were Baptists in Danbury, Connecticut, and what they did is they wrote Thomas Jefferson and said, we're feeling you're going to be persecuted, we're not Anglican and we're not Congregationalist, are we going to be persecuted? And they wanted reassurance from him that they would have religious freedom. So Jefferson wrote to ensure them that there was going to be a wall of separation and that they could enjoy their religious liberty. There wouldn't be a state church. So today, though, people twist it and they try to make it just the opposite. I'll tell you, when you read George Washington's final words, Daniel Webster's final words, these men warned that if we drifted from God, our nation would be on a perilous path. So let's remember our Christian roots. And in the Continental Congress, when they gathered in those early days, they came, they prayed, they sought the living God of the Bible.